Hello everyone, welcome to Doctor's Health Tips Weekly Podcast. We all complain from neck and back problems, but do we actually know the reasons behind this awful experience? In this podcast, we will be talking about this irritating pain that has been bothering us in our daily lives and how we can better treat them. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has pushed us further into the digital world as we become more connected with our electronic devices, especially with stay-at-home, work-from-home schemes. In fact, you may be surprised to know that the average daily time spent using the internet by Malaysians in the third quarter of 2020 was actually around 9 hours, in which 3 hours were spent on social media every day. What does this have to do with the pain that we are suffering? The repetitive strain to the muscles around our cervical spine, which is the bones of our neck, as a result of long hours of using our gadgets, can cause pain in our neck and shoulders. This condition, caused by our modern behavior, is called tech neck. Now, before we start worrying about what's wrong with our necks, let's understand what happens inside our body that leads to this. When you're looking down at your phone or when you're working on the computer, the muscles, tendons, and ligament structures at the back of our neck are lengthened and stretched to hold our head. So, the more we tilt our head forward or the longer we look down at our phones, the more our neck muscles have to work to keep our heads up. Over time, these muscles can get overly sore and tired and can cause problems to our neck and shoulders. Here's a fun fact. The average human head weighs almost 5.4 kilos. This is actually equivalent to a bowling ball. Just imagine, our poor necks have to support a bowling ball for 9 hours. I definitely can't do that with my own hands for that long. So, what can we actually do about this? Ditching our phones entirely is not really a wise option in a fast-evolving technological world that we live in today. Because, well, we still want to use our Facebook and watch cute animal videos on YouTube. So let's talk about the practical steps that we can do to prevent them. First, take breaks often. Take 2 to 3 minutes break every half an hour to move around and change your posture. This keeps your muscles loose and spine aligned. You can even set an alarm to remind you to take breaks. Next, raise your screen higher at eye level. Move your phone up, closer to eye level so that your head don't have to be tilted forward. Thirdly, stretch and strengthen your muscles. Stand up straight, maintain a good posture with your chin tucked in and shoulders pulled back. Another important thing that you can do is to sit in a chair with headrest. Keep the back of your head resting against the headrest while you use the screen can help you prevent your neck from tilting forward. Finally, and the most important thing, is to exercise regularly. Exercising regularly allows you to have a strong, flexible back and neck that are more able to handle stress and pressure from the weight of your head. Now that we have talked about preventing tech neck, what can we do if we are already experiencing it? There are a few yoga and stretching exercises that we can do to overcome and treat tech neck. For example, chin tuck. This is a simple exercise that you can do at your desk or even in a meeting at work. It will help increase spinal awareness while strengthening the neck muscles to help pull your head back into alignment. Let us explain to you how to do it. First, sit up tall in a chair and keep your chin parallel to the floor. Without tilting your head in any direction, gently draw your head and chin back like you're making a double chin. But be careful not to jam your head back. You should feel a stretch along the back of your neck. Now, imagine there's a string pulling your head upward like a puppet and actively elongate your neck. Keep your jaw relaxed and hold this position for 3 deep breaths. Finally, release your chin forward and then repeat. Another exercise that you can do is neck stretching exercise. This is how you do it. Place your feet flat on the floor and sit up straight. Relax your arms by your side. Place your right hand on your head and tilt your head to the right. Use a little bit of pressure from your hand on your head to deepen the stretch. Then you should hold this for 30 seconds. When the time is up, slowly lift your head and repeat this exercise on your left side. Another yoga exercise that you can do is downward facing dog. Excessive tech use can cause our chest and shoulder muscles to be tightened. Downward facing dog can open up the anterior chest wall and shoulders. So, how do you do it? Tuck your toes and lift your hips high up, reaching your hip bones toward the ceiling. Then, reach your heels back toward the mat and don't let them plank on the ground. Drop your head down so that your neck is long. As long as you stay there, make sure that your wrist creases stay parallel to the front edge of the mat. To alleviate the pressure on your wrist, press into the knuckles of your forefingers and thumbs. Breathe here for at least 3 deep breaths, and then you release. Okay, that was a long list, but hopefully the wide range of options can convince you for an extra workout that you're comfortable with to easily treat your tech neck. There are actually more exercises that you can do to treat your tech neck, and Dr. West has actually identified all of them for you. So you can always go into our Facebook page or Instagram page to take a look at them. Now, the most important component of this podcast. When should I see a doctor? Usually, neck or shoulder problems related to tech neck aren't serious. However, if you have tried all of the above methods and your pain still doesn't improve, it may be time to seek help from your doctor as there could be an underlying condition. See your doctor if you have neck pain with severe or worsening pain or headaches, or if you have continued pain after a course of conservative treatment such as exercises, breaks, lifestyle changes, and what more. Another thing that you should be aware of is when you start experiencing weakness, numbness, loss of feeling, or tingling in your arms and hands. You should also see a doctor if you have pain that makes it hard for you to sleep. One final thing that you should remember is to see your doctor if you have existing health problems that involve the neck, such as arthritis. Well, I guess that's it for this week's episode. If you have any questions related to neck or shoulders pain, you can consult our professional doctors and healthcare professionals on DoctorWiz. DoctorWiz is a mobile application that allows you to talk to a doctor or any healthcare professionals via text chat at any time from anywhere. For better communication, you can even send our online doctors images or voice messages related to your medical inquiry. Download DoctorWiz app on App Store, Google Play Store, and Huawei App Gallery, or use our web chat at web.drwiz.com. Take care, and we will talk to you next time on another episode of Dr. Wiz Health Tips Weekly Podcast.